everyone, this is Chris from Chris Cross Stitcher, and I am bringing you my Stitch Mania plans. I've had so much fun watching everyone else's videos that I thought I'd go ahead and throw one together as well. I don't have all of my threads pulled. I have everything else ready. Actually, that's not true. I have all of my threads pulled. I just don't have them all bobbinated yet. And actually, that's what I'm going to do when I'm done with this video. But my first start is going to be Wherefore Art Thou, the Mirabilia Nora Corbett Mystery Sal. This is all of the goodies for it. And I know some other people are starting it as well, so you've seen all of this stuff, and I just kind of threw it on here so you could see how much stuff it is. But I have all three pieces now. The bead pack. The only thing that I didn't get was my Nina's thread. I ordered the charts and the bead pack and the Nina's thread from Leslie from Under the Sea Fabrics, and somehow it got missed. She said she was going to drop it in the mail, so I'm sure it'll be here any day now. I don't have a picture of the finished piece. There is a Facebook group for Wherefore Art Thou if anybody is interested. A couple people have finished. You can go ahead and join. And I will be stitching, and I'm sorry, I'm rattling because I'm putting this stuff back in the bag I have it in. But I am stitching this on 32 count Belfast linen in Midsummer Night from Under the Sea Fabrics. And I have a little Mardi Gras mask needle minder from Gina. I absolutely love Mardi Gras, so glad I'm finally getting to use it. I'm hoping this fabric isn't going to be overwhelming. It is an opal. It is one of the fabrics that Leslie recommended. I happen to have a piece of it in my stash, and it's beautiful, so what the heck. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use it. That is May 1st. And I'm going to be pulling out a lot of things that I've had sitting in my stash for quite a while to try to get done. The second thing that I will be starting is my Things Unseen. This was also a mystery sampler. This was from Lizzie Kate. It was out at the end of like 2014, I believe. This is what the finished piece will look like. I'm sorry if it's a little bit of a glare. I have all of the threads and embellishments. It came as a kit. I got it from an Etsy store. I can link the Etsy store. They had amazing service. Off the top of my head, I can't remember the name. I'd have to look it up. And I don't know that they have these kits anymore, but they still had really great service. That is that, and I will be stitching it. I believe this was the called for fabric. It is a 28 cashel linen in Wren from Picture This Plus. And I have a little sparkly flower needle minder from Gina. Gina's Unique Boutique. Most of my needle reminders are from Gina. Some of them aren't. Most of them are. May 3rd, I am going to start, sorry, Get Cracking from Ink Circles. Again, I've been waiting. I picked this up at the retreat that I was at in Hershey in October. And I bought this at Steph's stand. She was selling this along with a bunch of fabric that I bought as well. In the Fabric of the Month Club too. I have so much fabric. I had so much fun. I have played in my fabric for like at least 2 hours just trying to get all of this stuff sorted out. And I didn't even make a dent. And so, yeah, no problem. But anyway, I'll be doing Get Crackin' on, oops, don't look at that, on 40 count Silver Mist Linen from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. And this needle minder is actually a little dolphin needle minder from Cassie's Needle Minders on Facebook. And, oh, where are they? Don't look at that yet. Let's go back to Get Cracking. Okay, so, and I bought all of the, because I'm crazy, I have all the silks for that as well. I'm just going to be fun putting all this stuff away, and my needle minders are sticking together too. So May 4th. May 4th is another stitch along on Stitch Mania. It's Star Wars Stitch Along, May the 4th be with you. All that good stuff. I like Star Wars. I don't like it enough to stitch anything from Star Wars. I haven't even seen the new movie yet. I own it. I went and bought the DVD, Blu-ray, whatever it is, but I haven't even watched it yet, and I've had it for a couple weeks. I will, just haven't gotten around to it. So instead, in keeping with Star Wars, there is a little tiny UFO there. Love the X-Files. When I found out the X-Files was coming back on last year, I picked this up from Cloud's Factory. And it's really cute. I'm going to be stitching that on a little scrap piece of Bewitched. It's a 28 count Joblin from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. You can't see how awesome it is from that. Look how beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. One of my favorite fabrics. And I have a little needle minder from Minding My Minders, I Want to Believe. So that will be May 4th. And again, I have the threads for that. I just haven't bobbinated any of my DMC. And that's also, yeah, anyway. It doesn't matter what that also is. We'll skip that for now. On the 5th, I will finally be starting the Needle Worker. I've had this kit for a while. I picked that up at my LNS a couple months ago. I've wanted to stitch it forever. I know a lot of people complained about the, when it came with the kit. So it came with the floss. It came with the floss and the chart. You have to get your own fabric, and I went ahead and picked up, actually no, that's not true. I didn't pick it up. I was cleaning out a closet, and I found some stitchy stuff from, I'm not lying to you, it's got to be from the early, I'm thinking 1992, 93. There was still a store in the local mall, like a cross-stitch store, which was awesome. I loved it. That was when I started stitching. But then they closed, which was sad, and they put a Sam Goody where it was. But anyway, this is a 25 count Floba, which I've never used. But this, I mean, it's antique fabric. It has been sitting in a box in a closet at my parents' house for 20-some years. I actually got it to do a lavender and lace on, which I also found the pattern for. Yeah, you never know what's going to happen in this house. And then I'm using a little antique scissors needle minder from Gina's Unique Boutique. I'm not married to that fabric. It may change. I don't know. And I think I'm going to do it this way from now on. And then on the 6th, I will be starting Bubbles by Ursula Michaels. I have the threads for this as well. So that's that. And I will be stitching that on Frozen Fractals from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. It's a 28 count Jaslyn. Oh my gosh, you guys, so soft. Look how pretty this fabric is too. It's showing up fairly. You're getting a shadow from me over here. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's like a very muted green, blue, whitish, just really pretty. And then I have a needle minder from Gina's Unique Boutique. So where were we? The 6th, I think. I don't know. I'm out of order. Don't mind me. Looking at the wrong thing over here. On the 7th, this was my birthday present to myself. My birthday is on May 3rd. You would think I would start this on May 3rd since it was my birthday present to myself, but nope. It is going to be on the 7th. I plan these out so that the ones that are bigger that I want to work on the whole day, I will be home from work. So I believe this is a Friday or Saturday. I lost track of when the dates are. So this is Luna. It's a Bewitching Pixie from Nora Corbett. I have all of the floss and embellishments because, yay, I need to bobbinate. And I bought, again, it was at the retreat in Hershey last year. I bought this ginormous piece of Belfast linen from Under the Sea Fabrics. It's called Enchanted Forest. I showed this in my retreat video, but if you didn't watch that, it is just these beautiful, beautiful colors. And I have a big, huge piece of it. I believe this is a full yard. So I'm not sure how I'm going to orient her yet. And I have 4 more of the Bewitching Pixies. I don't know that I'll stitch them all on this, but I do have that option. And then I have a little pumpkin needle minder from Gina's Unique Boutique. On the 8th, this came as a kit, but I subbed out the fabric. This is Sea Goddess by Joan Elliott. I love Joan Elliott. She is probably my favorite designer. So anyway, here is the floss that came with it. I think it's on project cards. I don't know if it's numbered. I didn't even look. We'll see how I like the floss. I may sub it out for DMC. And then I subbed in Shimmering Pools 28 count Jobelin from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. And it's just a nice mermaidy, oceany fabric. And then I got my Siren needle minder from Gina's Unique Boutique. My needle minder board is looking, I still have a lot on my board, but man, it's looking bare compared to the way that it normally looks. And that's the Sea Goddess. And the 9th, I think we're up to the 9th, will be something I just picked up and forgot to show in my last video as stash acquisition. This is Edgar Allan Poe from the Primitive Hair. Primitive Hair, another one of my favorite designers. I will be stitching that on a piece of Old Salem linen from the Primitive Hair that I already had. I thought about switching out the fabric, and I really like the Old Salem linen. And this is a steampunk cross from Gina's Unique Boutique. And then when I was at my LNS yesterday, I picked up the Gentle Arts threads for this. The rest, it's DMC. There's actually 2 DMCs in this, and just the one. And it's called Enchanted Forest. It's really pretty. So that is the 9th, I think. I could be completely out of order, and you know, it's me, so who knows. I don't have a picture of this because I was just trying to print it out on my computer, not my computer, my printer was just like, yeah, no, I'm not going to print anything right now. It printed half the page. You've seen this before. I can put a link to it below. This is the Autumn Harvest sampler from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. Autumn Harvest Festival. That's what it's called. Autumn Harvest Festival. This is on a 28 count cashel linen and ale from Picture This Plus. I have a needle minder from Gina's Unique Boutique. And I think I ordered this from the Cottage Needle. Oh, wait, let me see. I don't know if they still do, but they used to, yeah, they used to do these kits for Frosted Pumpkin that were actually pretty nice. So, before Frosted Pumpkin started coming around. So there's the fabrics. There's a couple weeks in there. I've had that in my stash for quite a while, so I'm finally going to go ahead and start that. And then on the, I don't even know, the next day, are we on the 10th? This is terrible. This is why I went to my LNS on Saturday. Pick up this. I do order things online from 123 Stitch primarily, and other places as well. I like to order from Etsy stores, from the designers themselves if possible, but I was there getting the threads for Wherefore Art Thou about a month ago or so, something like that. And she didn't have this in for whatever reason, so she went ahead and ordered it for me. This is Afternoon in New York by the Country Cottage Needleworks. I have the specialty threads for that. I think there's one more I have to pull out of another one. And I picked those up there as well. And then I'm going to be stitching that on 28 count Jobelan in Nantucket Sky, I think. I also have Afternoon in Paris and Afternoon in London. This piece is big enough for all three. If I don't know. There's like 14 things I want to use this fabric for, and I could just order more of the fabric. But I also have an opal in Ice Goddess from Under the Sea Fabrics. That would look good as well. I have my Weeping Angel needle minder from Nifty Needle Nannies. For anybody who watches Doctor Who, you will understand the significance of a Weeping Angel in An Afternoon in New York. And now I want to watch that episode, but it's not on Netflix, so that sucks. I think I read somewhere that Amazon Prime, maybe, is getting the exclusive rights to Doctor Who, which I have that as well, so okay with that. 11, 12. I think this is the 11. Oops, hold on, my fabric unfolded. Let's make it nice. Because, hey, you guys have nothing better to do. Actually, I hope you're all getting your Stitch Mania things ready while you're watching this. Okay. Day 11, or something like that, will be Winter Cove from By the Bay Needle Art. I just think it's so pretty. And it's finally getting warmer, so I don't mind stitching cold stuff. I don't like stitching cold stuff when it's cold because I hate the cold and I hate snow. But I will be stitching this on a 28 count Jobelan in Storm. I think that looks wintry. From Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. And I have a little snowflake needle minder from Gina. Yeah. On the 12th, this is going to come up later for Stitch Mania as a stitch along, but I am going to start this on May 12th. It is the Harry Potter pillow sampler. I was going to do the ginormous one, big, huge, but you know what? I'm not going to have anything or I don't know. I have nowhere to put that enormous thing. So I got the pillow sampler. I made a little compromise. And you know what? I'm satisfied with this. I may sub out some threads. I don't know. But I will be stitching this on 28 count Jobelan and Caramel Macchiato from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. This is showing a little bit. Actually, that's not bad. That's pretty good. And I have my Nimbus 2000 needle minder from Gina's Unique Boutique. That is specifically why I got that needle minder. And then on the 13th, we're almost at the end, guys. On the 13th, I will be stitching Foresta Magica, or Magical Forest, from Alexander Adelaide. I have had this in my stash for quite a while, and from the beginning I have planned to stitch it on this fabric. This is 28 count Tintagull. I have no idea how it's actually pronounced. It's really pretty, kind of foresty fabric. I'm going to be using a little needle minder. I believe this came from Nifty Needle Nannies. And it's upside down. And it's not, but it's just a branch with some birds on it. My tree needle minders are on my Tree of Hope, my baby Groot and my tree, and they're staying there because I will be working on that more than this. I have not picked out a thread for this yet. I don't know. I'm thinking I have some Fibrolicious threads. I don't know if I want to do, and you know what? You can weigh in and let me know. I'm definitely going to do the trunks dark brown, blackish. The trees themselves, I actually thought about doing them seasonally, like a spring, summer, fall, winter, and then just something crazy. Or I could do them all the same. I'm not really sure what I want to do with it yet. Let me know what you think. And then on the 14th, just to actually have a hope of maybe finishing one of these things in the near future, I'm going to do my little, what's he called? I don't even know. Sea turtle. Isn't he cute? I still need to see if I can find a little star. I forgot to bring my CD cover over again. Star Turtle is a thing. It is a Harry Connick Jr. CD. My friends and I have stalked Harry Connick Jr. for many, many years. Fortunately, he is a lovely person, and rather than take out a bunch of restraining orders, he very graciously sometimes has us backstage and chats with us and puts up with our craziness, and he's just an awesome guy. He's all American Idol fancy now, so I don't know. I see him, when do I see him? June. I go to a couple of shows in June in, where am I going? Wolf Trap in Vienna, Virginia, which is right outside of Washington, D.C. One of the places I see him fairly regularly. I have a very good friend who lives there, and she is one of my main stalker buddies. We do a lot of stalking together. And I see him in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, the next night, the night after that, with another one of my main stalker friends who, she actually lives up that way, and one of my friends from college who lives up there that I haven't seen in years and years and years. I messaged him and I was like, hey, I'm going to this show right near your house. Do you want to go? And he said yes, so I'm going to get to spend a night with him, which is awesome. I haven't seen him in forever. His name is also Chris, and he is a lot of fun. So that'll be great. But anyway, he has a CD called Star Turtle. I went on a really big, wow, that was just out there. But anyway, there's a CD called Star Turtle, and there's like this turtle, and he's lying beside it. And if I can find my CD cover, I will snap a picture and put it at the end. And this turtle has like the star on its back. So I want to switch out this treasure if I, and I'm sorry, there's glare, if I can find a star. So yes, that was only 14. 15 I will be starting, and I don't have a picture, but I'll put a link. I will be starting May for my Joyful Sal Stitch Along. Joyful World Sal Stitch Along, rather. It is so cute. It's it's a cat with a little kitten. Just adorable. I like cats, so that's okay by me. It's also my birthday month, so that made me happy that it would be something that I actually really liked. And here is the big box. Big box of stuff for the Stitch Along. I'm going to put that in some better order when I'm done here. And believe it or not, I guess I will be seeing you guys next week for my April update before all the craziness starts. So yeah, I'm looking, I didn't do Mania last year. I thought, with my schedule, I just didn't think I would be able to. I still don't know that I will be able to, but I will get these all started in May for sure. I'm going to give it a darn good try, though. But as long as my patients cooperate and they sleep, at least for a little bit, I can get at least a few stitches in on these pieces. So anyway, I hope everybody else is having a really good time getting all their projects together. I'm looking forward to participating in all this craziness with you guys instead of just cheering. Not that I didn't have fun cheering, but this is going to be fun. So I hope everybody has a great stitchy day, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.